星，穿梅，後嚟打！黃教，硬衝，流標，打！
The film begins in the serene courtyard of the Shaolin Temple, where Li, a devoted martial artist, practices his skills under the vigilant gaze of the monks. His masters remind him that true mastery requires not only technique but also clarity. Every strike must be guided by restraint and purpose. Soon after, a British intelligence officer named Braithwaite arrives with an intriguing proposition for Li. He informs Li of an exclusive martial arts tournament hosted on a private island by Han, a former student of the Shaolin. However, beneath the veneer of this prestigious event lies a dark underbelly. Han operates a criminal enterprise engaged in opium production, trafficking, and exploitation, all shielded by wealth, secrecy, and a private army. Braithwaite needs someone capable of infiltrating this gathering unnoticed, and the only way in is through participation in the tournament. With his roots in Shaolin discipline combined with his agility and stealth, Li is the ideal candidate. He agrees to join the tournament, but before he departs, he learns a harsh truth. Years ago, Han's enforcer, O'Hara, along with his gang, terrorized Li's family. In a haunting flashback, Li's younger sister finds herself trapped in a labyrinth of Hong Kong alleyways. Resourceful and determined, she fights back against her attackers. Yet, as exhaustion sets in and escape seems impossible, she chooses to take her own life rather than fall into their clutches, using a shard of glass to end her suffering as the gang closes in. Meanwhile, two other fighters prepare for the same journey across the ocean. Williams, a disciplined American martial artist, leaves his community dojo with dignity. On the other hand, Roper is a charming gambler burdened by debt, navigating a precarious existence. Upon their arrival at Han's Island compound, they encounter a striking contrast. Beautifully manicured gardens and courtyards are patrolled by vigilant guards and disciplined staff. That evening, the guests are treated to lavish accommodations and sumptuous meals, complemented by an array of women brought in to entertain them. While Williams indulges and Roper playfully engages with the offerings, Li remains focused and declines the distractions. His sole request is to meet Mei Ling, a woman intricately woven into Han's operations whom Li suspects as an undercover operative for the agency. When they finally meet, Mei Ling confirms his fears. Hidden beneath the surface of the temple's courtyards and training areas lies a prison and a drug facility. As the tournament commences, fighters gather around a sunlit platform where an officiant announces the match pairings. Williams steps onto the stage first and swiftly dispatches his opponent with precise combinations that showcase his skill and determination. Roper steps onto the mat, transforming the match into a delicate dance of timing and instinct. It's a unique blend of boxing and karate, woven together by the intuition of a seasoned gambler. After the first round of fighters concludes, they retreat to their quarters to rest and prepare for the challenges that await them the next day. That night, Williams opts for a breath of fresh air, while Li slips out to fulfill his covert mission. As he navigates the shadows, he encounters several guards, swiftly neutralizing them to avoid alerting the others. The following morning, Han, furious at the failed guards, exacts a brutal punishment, executing them with his right-hand man, Bolo, as a stark reminder of the consequences of failure. The tournament resumes, and Lee faces off against O'Hara on the platform. O'Hara attempts to assert his dominance by shattering thick boards in a display of strength, but Lee enters the ring with unwavering focus. He methodically dismantles O'Hara in a display of skill and precision. Later, Han summons Williams, accusing him of being responsible for the beating of his guards the previous night. When Williams stands firm against Han's intimidation, their conversation quickly escalates into violence.
You were the only man outside the palace.
Wasn't me.
The ensuing confrontation is brutal, ultimately ending in Han's favor. As dawn breaks, Han privately calls Roper to reveal the grim reality hidden beneath the island. With theatrical calmness, he shows Roper the drug operation concealed below ground, the women held captive as property, and the lifeless body of Williams, a chilling object lesson. Han demands Roper's loyalty, but shaken by the sight of his fallen friend, Roper resolutely refuses to become the kind of man Han can control. Meanwhile, Lee stealthily retraces his steps through the access points he had mapped on his first night and infiltrates Han's underground facility. There, he confronts several guards in a fierce showdown but ultimately falls into a trap set by Han.
Your skill is extraordinary, and I was going to ask you to join us.
The next day, Han orders Roper to fight Lee. When Roper refuses to comply, Han commands Bolo to eliminate him. The battle unfolds with a tense back and forth until Roper finds his rhythm. Enraged by this turn of events, Han sends his guards to finish off both Lee and Roper. In a nearby prison block, Mei Ling initiates the second phase of their plan. She unlocks cells and guides frightened captives toward freedom while launching an attack on Han's guards for support.
You have offended my family.
Lee fights fiercely for survival, emerging battered but alive into the daylight. He locks eyes with Roper across a field filled with exhausted survivors. No words are exchanged, yet their understanding is profound. Meanwhile, Braithwaite receives Lee's urgent message and rushes to their rescue, bringing the film to its climactic conclusion. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.